With the sanctuary officially open, Sam stands at the entrance of Shaded Pines Animal Haven and quickly realizes that the zoo isn't as prepared as he had hoped. The only residents are a small group of prairie dogs who were rescued from a group of poachers that had intentions of selling them on the black market. They were brought to the sanctuary for rehabilitation and are now the first animals to call SPAH home. As the first residents are settling in, Sarah is conducting health checks on the prairie dogs and discovers that one of the females is an expecting mother. While this is an exciting development for the sanctuary, the team knows that they can't rely on this event alone to bring in the attention and support the sanctuary needs. With the arrival of new animals still unforeseeable, the focus is on managing the sanctuary's financial situation, which is becoming more urgent with each passing day. The weight of these challenges falls heavily on Rebecca, the sanctuary's fundraising manager, as the financial pressure mounts. The lack of animals at the zoo begins to affect donor confidence, making it harder for Rebecca to secure the necessary funds to ensure the sanctuary's future. Late nights are spent making calls and drafting proposals, but despite her hard work, the stress starts to take its toll. Sam notices Rebecca's exhaustion and the strain on her nerves. He knows something needs to change and has a plan to help. As if the pressure of the financial burden wasn't enough, the sanctuary begins receiving bad reviews from visitors frustrated by the lack of animals and attractions. Just when it seems like the sanctuary is about to go under, Sam receives an unexpected call. A nearby sanctuary is struggling to care for a group of pronghorn and bison and urgently needs a new home for them. Could this be the break that SPH desperately needs? Hey everyone, Simply Logical here, and welcome back to the channel. Either way, thank you for joining me today as we are finally opening up Shaded Pines Animal Haven with the arrival of some prairie dogs who were rescued from a black market smuggling operation. In order to get them in to an exhibit and out of their backstage holding, we have to start with some fencing. So for this fence, I use a Twilight door frame pieces, a glass panel, and then a plaster base to act as a dig-proof barrier for the prairie dogs. And then I do make a second variant that will have just a solid wood pane instead of a glass panel. For this, I double up the Twilight wood and then rotate it to help with any possible patterns or anything. And then I will take the 1 by 1 meter Twilight wood door panel, I believe, and copy that on itself within the Twilight framing pieces to create this fully enclosed wood panel. And now that both of our variants are finished, we can take them and make our habitat barrier. So I do go in with 2 or 3 viewing areas for the prairie dogs. One right here across from the toilet block. Another one right here where we will have the main viewing gallery. That is, as you enter the sanctuary, you will come in and take a left, and then you will see this main viewing gallery, which will house 2 separate viewing windows in this one gallery. And then we will have the third area, which is more of an implied area right here across from the first viewing gallery that we made, which is right in front of the staff building that we will make here in just a second. Now we are at the staff building, which will be the backstage holding for the prairie dogs. You can see I've already put the walls up, and for that I just used the stained wood as per usual with a metal clad roof. And then I'm going in currently with some plaster pieces to trim off what I will use as a viewing window into the habitat for the staff to be able to do a quick checkup on the prairie dogs. And now we're just going to go in with some quick Twilight door panels as the base to act as a scratch, climb proof sort of thing for the prairie dogs themselves. And then we're gonna go in with the mesh panels, and eventually here in a second we should be doubling them up, I believe, to make the teeny tiny little squares that you can get by doubling them up horizontally and vertically. And now it's time to give everything a quick recolor. We're gonna move the roof up and out of our way so that way we can get the good natural light in so we can see what we're doing. I changed all of the metal pieces to a black, and then the twilight wood comes to another brown. And now we are working on a door that will be able to automatically slide up and down depending on if the zookeepers want to keep the animals in or outside at any point in time. I go in with mesh, but later I go in with some grasslands poles off camera. And then once again, we will add in our hinges for a locking mechanism at the bottom. And then it will be time to move on to some foliage. So here you can see I've already done the terrain painting and added all the enrichments and everything. And we are currently going to go in with some buffalo grass as per usual, where I've painted green to act as the grass base, and then I will go in with some other plants that I have already previously marked for Shaded Pines Animal Haven. You can see the tags that says PBZ. That's because originally I was going to name this zoo Pine Brook Zoo, but I changed it to Shaded Pines Animal Haven, and I just haven't changed the name of the tags, so you can ignore that. But this is a tip that I learned from Sparrow. She did this, I believe, with TNS and maybe even her Sandstone Eco Zoo. But I did this for Shaded Pines, and this is my first time making specific tags for plant palettes, and this has been such a game changer for me to figure out what plants I can and can't use. And you can see at the back, I'm really proud of the rock facade that I've done. I was going to line the entire back with the wood panels for the fences originally, but I ended up changing my mind and using this rock facade that I made to outline the rock work for the main entrance building. But that's really all I have for y'all. We have just a few minutes left, it seems. So I'm going to go ahead and hop off and leave y'all with these last few minutes of planting and then into the cinematics. I was able to get some really cute cinematics, so I hope y'all enjoy. And looks like I'm now going to go in with some rocks, which I think actually helped this build so much. So please leave a like, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff, and I'm gonna go ahead and leave y'all with these last couple minutes. I will talk to you on the next one. Bye.
Amazing. That is, you like that.